today. From Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
First carry for James Conner. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
2nd and 4. Flush to his right. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Conner going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10. Conner up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
A try here for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is Fant on the short completion. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker, and he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 16 carries, 93 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Back to Walker on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Look at this Arizona defense against the pass. Just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. Seibert's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Connor. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down. On the ground, it's Dallas. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now a 2nd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The drive starts with a completion, left side, and he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them, 11 yards and a 1st down. Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. He'll drop to throw. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Back to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
They'll set up a throw.
That one out wide and intercepted.
And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On 1st and 10 is Connor.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think
now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Michael Wilson.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now back to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. Last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He completes this to Walker. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. They'll look to throw again. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Running left is Walker. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be touchdown short of a first, and it's 4th down coming up.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-20.
Touchdown, Cardinals!
Marvin Harrison Jr.
38 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's out right at the 25. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's another first down for Seattle. They're stringing some good plays together in the passing game. He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. Back to throw again. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. They're going to look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The football going back over to Arizona now.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
There's a short one caught by Ryman.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. They find some open field here.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And remember, these 2 teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Michael Wilson
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cards are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. And they're going to speed things up here. Right back to Connor here on first. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run here with Dallas. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DJ Dallas. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays. And was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw.
They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
Open man is Barner, the tight end.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is caught. He'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Escaping a tackler at the 25. So we have reached half.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks, don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And taken at the 46. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On the handoff, Benson running right.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Benson.
And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, here's Benson.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Trey Benson.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals just continue to roll. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 5. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching him play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 3.
Smith and Jigba with a grab. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
This is taken in by McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Caught, it's Wilson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Counter is in. Touchdown, Arizona.
You think about James Conner down near the goal line, and you think about the 2021 season with his 15 touchdown runs. He believes he's as good as anybody down close, and he powers his way in here.
Now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And shutting him off, now open field.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll set up a throw. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
So no gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Brissett.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Under pressure, they got him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 24 is the mic.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Taken in at the 22. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And down inside the 15 he goes. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. He'll drop to throw.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Calvin Ridley, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. 72 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Thompson Robinson off of play action. A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now we'll run with Dallas.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with Dallas.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it.
Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
They'll run with Benson.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Another good throw there of what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they'll get this down to the 10. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. 1st and 10, Thompson Robinson to throw. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Here's third and a few inches.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Julian Love picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
They'll get this complete to the tight end, Barner.
And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Cards come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Arizona, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.